Welcome back to Beauty in the Broken. My name is Heather, and the purpose of this channel is to seek, find, and create beauty wherever we can, and sometimes that is out of a complete mess. So, you may recognize this mold. I have used it before, and I've done several things with gold. But first, you may be wondering why I focus specifically on this one, and that's two reasons. A more practical reason is I have done this one. Let me see. I have it over here. I have done that very, very shimmery. I think I did a video of this because there's a piece of cellophane in here that if you can see it shimmer a little bit, but the glitter was overpowering. Y'all know I love my glitter. So, but if you hold it at the right angle, and I did put a second layer of resin over here to increase the shine. So, and it is actually raised here. So it actually has some realism to it. Anyway, but the reason that I don't focus on this one for more practical purposes is because the hangers that I have, these, are too big. I could put it here, but then it wouldn't hang right. So I need to find another hanger or maybe get some magnets to put on the back of this so that it can be functional. But right now it's just not very practical. The other reason is that if you've seen my logo has wings and a dagger. And this is a combination of a dagger with wings. So you've seen this one. This is with the glass pieces. And again, I have a hanger on the back of that one. And then, I don't think I filmed this one. These are, just have stones in here and silver acrylic paint and white acrylic paint. And then I put a gloss varnish over that and I backed it with white alcohol ink. Yeah, I don't think I filmed this one. And then this one is more appropriate to what we're doing today. This was my most recent one where you saw that I did the mica powder, the gold mica powder at the top and the silver mica powder here. And then we had that beautiful, the beautiful mistake. It's not really a mistake. It's just what happens with mica powder, but it's so beautiful. It's like, is that the prettier side or is that the prettier side? I guess it's up to the person who wants to hang it in their house. But these two are mica powders and they look good, but they don't really look like metal. I think this looks more like metal than this. But I got a chance to try this new product, My Spring Gilded Gold. And they claim that this will look like metal. So we're gonna put that to the test. And it is a metallic pigment powder with copper and zinc in it. So they claim it'll look more like metal. I think it does a little bit in the container, but let's see what it looks like in resin. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to paint just straight down the center and I'm going to leave these blank. And as usual, I will speed all of this up in post so you don't have to sit through all of it. But this is what it looks like inside. It really does have a very, very nice sparkle and shine metallic finish. All right, so let's put it to the test. right. That looks pretty shiny to me. We did get some in here. Take my baby wipe and gently and I'm going to coat this with black because black generally gives the best finish afterwards. So I will not be upset if there's any, if there's a little bit of gold in the wings with the black. That will not bother me. Just trying to, there. And I think there's a little bit, yeah, right. I think that's gonna end up staying there, but that's all right. There may be a little more than just a little in here. So I think the edges of the wings are going to be gilded. And I'm just going to be okay with that. All right, so I would say it definitely gleams, but the test will come at demolding time. But for now, I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to go mix up some resin and I will be back. See you in a minute. Hi everyone, welcome back. All right, got my gloves on again. If you saw in the last video, I got gold leaf, but I took some alcohol to it and most of it came off. So that's pretty awesome. Okay. And I don't know how these are going to air, so it might be 2 videos, who knows, but in a recent video, let's put it that way. So I have about 3.5 ounces of resin here, and again, I am using the EuroPo 1:1 by volume resin, and I still have a little bit of that left, so I will probably use it at least 1 or 2 more times. And we have the gold. What is it? It's not mica powder. It is metallic pigment powder with copper and zinc in it. So again, the claim on that is that it looks like metal. So like I said, I was going to do black, and so the wings will be mostly black. There is a little bit of gold in there. It is what it is, right? So I'm going to, let's see, you know what? Let's turn this other light on because it is a dreary, dreary day, and in the interest of safety, everything is open and out, and we are just a few inches away from rain. So, but anyway, better safe than sorry when dealing with resin. So, all right, let me just move this over to the side and put that closer. And I am going to use this Decorum resin dye paste in black. And let's see. I forget, is it? No, we need to. Took that lid off. So let me just make sure it's not, okay, there it is. All right. So let's try 5 drops. If it wants to come out, I thought I just cleared it. It came out black on the skewer, so I assumed it was clear. Maybe I shouldn't make those assumptions. But you can see there's black on that, so it should come out, right?
but for some reason it doesn't want to still. Okay. Oh, you know why? Because I forgot. Let me grab a paper towel. I forgot there was this, see, what was actually coming out was coming out around. There's a stopper in there, y'all. So, oh my goodness. The comedy. Do you guys come here for the comedy or do you come here for the art? Art therapy. Maybe it's comedic therapy. I don't know. Now it should work. Let's try that again. Third time's a charm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That may not be enough, but I'm going to mix it in and see, because I want it pretty solid. No, that is definitely not enough. So let's try 10 more. Looks pretty thin. 1, 2, 3. You know what? Looks pretty thin. Maybe. Let's shake it up. Always prefer to do that off camera so you guys do not get dizzy. But let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. That's looking better. That's looking much better. But with paste, powders, you always want to make sure that it is mixed in well, that you scrape your sides. Don't want streaks. Or maybe you do. Depends on, I guess, what you're doing. But for the most part, we don't want streaks. Okay. That is looking very solid, but let's see on the stir stick. You can still see a little purple showing through. So I'm going to give it 5 more. 1, oops, 3, there we go. Let's just do a squirt. And I'm going to call that good. Move that out of the way so we don't have any accidents. Okay, scrape the sides again. Double check that. Just scrape the bottom. Looks a little more solid. Okay, that's good. I'm really liking these new silicone cups. They seem to be a little more solid than some of the flimsier ones that I have used in the past. Sorry, loud vehicle. Okay. But they come in, like, this is the smallest of the 3 sizes. What is it? Deis? D-E-I-S-S. But they're more solid. And so they're easier to work with. All right. It is, let me scrape this off. And it will be time to pour. Okay. Let me move this back in the center. And let's pour. And remember, I don't like to do alcohol spray onto the powder because I don't want to dislodge it. But I probably could have sprayed the alcohol in the wings. Oh well, it's resin. We may get bubbles. And I think I'm going to slowly move down. So I want to make sure this gets And I'm going to angle myself so I can see a little bit better. You know what? I'm just going to move the stick. I think the stick is getting in the way. Okay. Move slowly back up toward the top. And then okay, stop there. Scrape that up. All right. Now the first thing that I'm noticing is a lot less of this came up on the top. If you remember the gold and silver one that I did, there was an awful lot of powder up here. And right now I see a little bit. I don't see a huge amount. So it's staying put. And I have a little bit of over. I'm just gonna take this and move in. Okay, now I'm gonna put my head down and see. It does, hopefully you're not seeing my head. Okay, that looks pretty full. That is doming and it looks beautiful. So now I am going to take the alcohol spray. All right. Okay, so I will be back for the beauty reveal. And yeah, we'll see if this lives up to its claim that it looks a lot more like metal. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to the beauty reveal. So here is the dagger that we did with, let's see, I did it with the Gilded Gold, which is pigment powder, not mica powder, and it has copper and zinc in it, with the claim that it looks like metal. So here is what we're comparing it to. This is the gold that was done with mica powder. And let's not delay any further. So all right. So just have to clean that one up a little bit later. Okay, so do have a little bit of overspray there. Overspray. That is not the right word. Overflow. But actually, I just got a new deburring tool that works fabulously, and I left it inside, so I can do that off camera. But anyway, so without further ado, let's flip this one over. Okay, looks like I did miss a couple spots there. Got a little bit of gold in the black, but I knew that was coming. I think I got a bubble in that spot on the other one. Okay, so the ends are not perfect. That transition, I did not do that very well. And again, more gold. But the moment of truth, though, does that look more like metal than this? I would say a little bit. That on the right is shinier than that. What do you think? I don't think that it looks like metal, but I do think this is closer. This is definitely closer than that. Bring that closer to the camera. That darn bubble right there, look at that. I did have one pretty close up there too. That's because, I did not spray it with the alcohol because I didn't want to dislodge the powder. But, all right. So this is not a perfect piece, of course. However, it was a really good test. Maybe I should do the smaller ones for the test. But there you have it. Mica powder, pigment powder with copper and zinc. I think it's pretty. Super pretty. All right. Well, thank you for joining me for this test. And I think I'll be using this again. Who knows what I'll come up with. But I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to remind you to seek beauty because it's always there if you look for it. Bye.